Hello and welcome to Revsportz. If you guys think every single time that we start a video, why are we smiling end to end? That's because just before the video starts, this guy comes up with some extremely funny, stupid one-liners. But both of us, Snehasis and I, are just outside the Holkar Stadium. And you guys, of course, know why we are here. India is going to play England on Sunday.
Yes.
And today was their first practice session after the Australia match. It was a jam-packed practice session. No, there wasn't jam-packed crowd. In fact, there were hardly some local media.
Yes.
And
mostly,
us.
Yeah.
And us. Well, of course, and the host broadcasters, ICC, they were there from the media. First of all, when I say jam-packed, all 15 of the girls have come.
Yes.
All 15 of them have practiced. What we will do is, we will kind of do this as pointer raps for tonight, and then we will get into more details
tomorrow.
For the video for 12 noon tomorrow.
Done.
So, what were the basic pointers from, if you have to, break down what all was done in the practice session today?
I think the first thing is Renuka Singh Thakur's fitness. Yes. I think it was so good to see both Renuka and Kranti were having chats, and they were bowling in rotational in one nets, and especially in that net Harleen and Harmanpreet were batting. So and I think you also agree, Trisha, that the rhythm that we're talking about in Vizag when we saw Renuka, even in Colombo when we saw Renuka, I think we talked that maybe it seems like she's 60-70% fit, not that rhythm that we are known that Renuka can bowl. It is not there, but right now I think she's looking a bit more fitter, and
10%
more fitter, and it seems like that maybe next Sunday against England there is now a high chance that India can go with Renuka Singh Thakur.
And who's going to go out?
Yeah, that is a complete different discussion, and that is a mystery, I will say, because everyone is practicing. Jemima is practicing, Harleen is practicing.
I don't think with the kind of batting that you have done in the tournament, you can replace a batter now.
Yes.
Amanjot could be a straight swap because that too would be very risky.
Yes.
Having said that, it's not like Amanjot did not practice. Amanjot practiced completely, batting, bowling, both.
Catching also,
Yes. Who was the most animated in the practice session?
Arundhati Reddy. I think everyone, you guys will be shocked. Who? Arundhati Reddy? Yes, she is, and the energy that she brought today, I think, oh my God, the battle she had with Smriti Mandhana and later stage with Trisha Ghosh also, I think it was superb.
But nothing can beat the battle between Arundhati and Smriti Mandhana. They were actually having a go at each other because Arundhati apparently thought everything that Smriti was hitting of her bowling was out. And Smriti, of course, was not conceding that.
I think by now Arundhati has thought that maybe she has got Smriti out for 25-30 times already. I think the confidence she is now,
the confidence with this, and every time, and then she would make that exasperated, her reaction
how
would
that ball is not going to the hands of a fielder. Please
and how is
Smriti?
At one point she got angry with Smriti, that Smriti is not conceding that she has got out. But of course, Smriti did give in towards the end, and she did agree with Arundhati in one occasion.
Yes.
But also, what was good to see was Arundhati trying the knuckle ball.
Yes.
Which was smashed by Smriti. And so Arundhati did not say a word, just turned around and went back to...
When she's getting smashed, she's not speaking a word. She's just picking up the ball, went back to runner. But if somehow she's managed to deceive the batter, or maybe somehow, Smriti Mandhana or Trisha Ghosh, mishit the ball, then you have to see Arundhati Reddy in action. It's superb to see, and I think this kind of battles is good to have in
absolutely, and especially for someone like Arundhati, it can get very frustrating because there have been times when the team has dropped her even after good performances, and then because of the way Kranti has performed, because Renuka is your wicket taker, she has not found the place, and probably in the World Cup we are not going to see her very soon because it's in the subcontinent. So also you can clearly see the team would probably rally between Amanjot and swap between Amanjot and Renuka, and you are not going to play a third simmer.
No.
So it's hardly like Arundhati is going to get a chance until and unless there's an injury, which let's please hope that that does not happen. So what's good to see is there's no frustration. There's a lot of passion with which she's bowling. So kudos to Arundhati for that. But moving on, Jamima also batted. Deepti was bowling. So in the net where Smriti and later on Richa were.
Initially it was Smriti and Pratika. As
yes,
usual.
initially it was Smriti and Pratika, but Richa came in later on.
Yes.
There Sneha was bowling.
Yeah.
There was a leg spinner net bowler who was bowling.
Sneha, Sri Charani, one leg spinner net bowler, one medium pacer net bowler, and one more
Arundhati.
Arundhati Reddy. Oh, sorry.
Because you're missing out the main bowler.
Yeah.
No,
She will not be happy with me right now.
yes, right now Arundhati is doing this.
What? How can you forget me?
Half the time after bowling, Arundhati's reaction is, so she waits for the ball to land, okay, and then before bowling also she announces her fields clearly that this is my fielder, that is my, these are the deep mid wicket or mid wicket, whatever, and then if the ball goes anywhere near that field,
you are out. There is no chance that the fielder can drop or the ball cannot reach the fielder. If that ball is going to that direction only, you are out. You have to accept that you are out.
And we could not take that photo. There was a point when Smriti and Arundhati, and this is practice session by the way, they were in the middle of the pitch and arguing. Yeah, sorry. We also have to say that Sneha was doing an all-rounder listening to and being the third umpire. They did not need umpire. Smriti and Arundhati were, one was square leg umpire and one was the main umpire.
But it seemed that Arundhati was not happy with the decision.
That is because Sneha was siding with Smriti and was like, nahi re, wo kaise catch? And she got so angry that she was like, I don't want to talk to anyone, almost, but all fun in the end. Richa did practice, two different
type of wicket keeping drills.
One was straight up with that half stump distractor she was practicing, and then she went to the other side where she was practicing with a shadow batter there.
Yes, absolutely. The same that we saw, Alisa Haley doing in Vizag.
Kind of, but the ball was different.
Yeah, ball was different.
Yeah, that's there. So I think that's one good thing.
And in the another net, obviously, Harmanpreet Kaur and Harleen were batting.
Yes, Harmanpreet Kaur and Harleen were batting. And if I'm being very honest, I thought Harleen looked extremely solid with her ground strokes.
Absolutely. The sound of the bat was so good.
I think it was better than Smriti's today.
Yes, absolutely. Because initially Smriti struggled. If you see, we saw.
And she was trying to hit her way out of the
trying
struggle.
Too hard sometimes.
Yes, I think trying too hard. Yeah.
So that is and
I'm sure Arundhati will agree with us.
And in the other net, as we mentioned, that both Harman and Harleen were batting. Then there, Kranti was bowling.
Yes.
Renuka Singh was bowling. Deepti was bowling. One left arm orthodox bowlers were there, net bowler. Yeah, and
also
one
there was a throw down, which was also left arm.
Yes, absolutely.
But talking about the captain's net session, I thought she was struggling.
Yes, I was a bit.
In fact, she edged quite a lot.
At the later stage, because initially she was practicing the shortish deliveries, short length deliveries. Trying to play that ball cut short. Play that ball to a third man region. Guiding that ball. Then play some hook and pull. But then as we. And I think in most net session you see most batters do practicing the drive only. But after that, when these bowlers were bowling, Renuka, Kranti, obviously Deepti was there. Deepti, then they were bowling. Then the problem that she is having right now in match, that was clear again in the nets also.
Yes, and she missed quite a few drives also, edging them.
Even some ball of Deepti, she failed to understand. That is why those ball hit his,
her thigh
pads.
Yeah, I think Deepti was changing her, like wearing her pace well. She looked absolutely focused and she was doing bowling very well. Apart from this, before we end the video, the other thing that was happening was N. Charani after bowling went to take high catches. Arundhati also, after
Yes.
Smriti went out,
Amanjot also joined.
Amanjot also joined, and all of them, Jemmy also joined.
Jemmy also joined,
joined. So yeah, they were having a high catching session.
I think that is good under the lights.
Yes, absolutely.
It's very tough.
Absolutely. But for me, moment of the day will be, so there is not, I mean, the dew is not a factor here.
Yes.
But just before bowling to Smriti in one of the, and we'll end with this story, that just before bowling to Smriti, Arundhati was rubbing the ball, on the ground.
Whatever dew is there in the whole ground, she needs every amount of dew on that ball only on that time to dismiss Smriti Mandhana.
And I don't think the dew played a part,
Yeah.
but the ball was actually good. And Smriti mishit it. And
you know what she said.
and you know what. And Arundhati's reaction was, she didn't even say it is out. She, after Snehasis gave that decision as not out, Arundhati was not Arundhati anymore. She was not speaking.
Even Richa was standing on the other side, on
Yeah.
the bowling end.
Yeah.
When she is coming back, she is also explaining Richa.
To Richa, that these are the feels.
Why is she not getting out? Why?
No, and when she was coming back, she has already complained to Snehasis once or twice that how is this not out? And Snehasis is like, no, I mean, but of course.
But yeah.
So that ball,
Yeah.
Arundhati went like that to Smriti. That what are you saying? I mean, what do you think about that? So Smriti's reaction was the best. Smriti just looked down and said, okay, it's out. It's just out. I give
मान लिया
up.
भाई.
मान लिया भाई.
तो
And
खुश
then,
रहे.
then Arundhati was a little happy.
Yeah.
That's it. And she was back in full steam against Richa, then
Yeah.
giving Richa a field. And when Richa was not batting, like Richa was not playing up his shots, because whatever, I mean, that's
Yeah.
Richa's choice. Arundhati was not happy.
Yes. Because if you hit the ball on ground, then how can you appeal for that? Huh? So you are taking that chance away
From Arundhati. That's unfair. But it's one thing to practice.
Yeah.
The other thing is to mean and practice. When there's there's a proverb that practice makes people perfect. But unless you mean to practice properly, and what I liked is, of course, the way Arundhati approached the practice.
Yes.
Maybe she will not get a game,
But I think this is the best practice session so far in this one.
this is the most intense practice session.
Entertaining also.
Entertaining for us,
Yes.
clearly. I think by the end, none of them were very entertained. But yes, the most intense practice session that we have seen, and it is fantastic to cover sessions like this, which has fun, which is new elements to it, which has people practicing. Also, when Smriti was practicing, she had someone recorded
Yes.
in her phone,
Yeah.
and every single time her her practice was over, they would come out. They would come out with the phone. She would come out of the nets and see what was happening, and then again go back. The same drill went on. So that's one more part. That's about it from us. For the practice wrap, we will be coming up with more details on Smriti, Harleen, Harman,
Yes.
and in general the prep. As of now, you know what you need to do. We know what all videos we need to do next, but you also know what you need to do, because I've been repeating this. Like, share and subscribe to Revsportz, please, because we are working hard and we want your support. Thank you so much. Take care and join back soon.
Thank you.